Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss the terms realism and naturalism. Introduction. Realism and naturalism are two distinct literary modes that emerged in the 19th century and have continued to influence literature in various forms throughout history. Realism is often associated with novels written by authors like Honoré de Balzac, George Eliot, and William Dean Howells, while naturalism, developed by Émile Zola and others, takes a more scientific and deterministic approach to depicting human behavior and society. Both movements seek to represent life and human experience, but they do so in different ways, with varying degrees of selectivity and objectivity. Realism as a movement in 19th century novels. Realism, a literary movement, emerged in the 19th century and included influential writers from different countries. The realist novel sought to depict life as it is, in contrast to the more idealized and fantastic representations found in romantic fiction. While romance presents a picturesque and adventurous version of life, realism aims to capture the essence of everyday experiences and human interactions. Daniel Defoe's works such as Robinson Crusoe and Maud Flanders exemplify the realist approach in rendering events with a reportorial and matter-of-fact style. This technique creates a mirror-like reflection of ordinary reality, evoking the sense that characters and events portrayed could exist in the real world. Additionally, even works of fantasy or absurdity, such as those by Franz Kafka or in magic realism, can achieve realistic effects by employing a realistic rendering of events, making them seem plausible and relatable. According to Russian formalists and structuralist critics, realism in literature depends on the use of literary conventions and codes that readers have learned to interpret as reflecting everyday reality. However, some theorists argue that all literary representations are constituted by arbitrary conventions, challenging the notion of one kind of fiction being more realistic than another. Nonetheless, realistic fiction continues to resonate with readers as it captures the ordinary course of events and the essence of human experience. Naturalism, a scientific approach to depicting human behavior. Naturalism, closely related to realism, is a mode of fiction developed by writers who adhere to a specific philosophical thesis. Drawing from post-Darwinian biology, naturalism posits that humans are purely natural beings devoid of a soul or spiritual existence. Instead, individuals are shaped by the forces of heredity and environment, making them higher-order animals. Émile Zola's Les Romans Experimentaux exemplifies naturalism, where novels are organized as scientific experiments on characters' behavior. Naturalistic writers like Frank Norris, Stephen Crane, and Theodore Dreiser attempt to present their subjects with scientific objectivity and elaborate documentation. The characters in naturalistic fiction often exhibit strong animalistic drives, and their behavior is determined by both internal, intrinsic, and external societal pressures. In naturalistic novels, characters tend to be helpless victims of their hereditary compulsions and the socio-economic circumstances surrounding them. Unlike classical and Elizabethan tragedy, where the protagonist's downfall results from a heroic but losing struggle, the tragedy in naturalism stems from characters disintegrating or being overwhelmed by various deterministic forces. Aspects of naturalistic selection and rendering the subject matter can be found in modern novels and dramas such as Hardy's Jude the Obscure, Eugene O'Neill's plays, and Norman Mailer's The Naked and the Dead. Conclusion. Realism and naturalism are distinct yet interconnected literary modes that aim to represent life and human experience. Realism seeks to mirror everyday reality by rendering events in a matter-of-fact and seemingly unselective manner, while naturalism takes a more deterministic approach, presenting characters as subjects of heredity and environment. Both modes have influenced literature throughout history, reflecting different aspects of the human condition and evoking various responses from readers. So this was the discussion about the terms realism and naturalism. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other term. Until then, goodbye and thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to this series on literary terms and literary theory. If you want to study the notes and MCQs related to this term, you can click the link given in the description. We are also going to start our online and offline classes for UGC NET for English literature very soon. So stay connected with us.